Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the state of my account for June 2025. I had been doing this close to every month, but it's now been close to 3 months since the last time I did it, maybe between 2.5, 3 months. And typically I only like to do these for my main account when there's something new that's happening. Last time I was right about to get Ahsoka, so I unlocked her in the state of my account. But now I'm at 13.5 million GP, which I feel is quite large. And I've had a series of updates on the account, just kind of building things I already have further and getting a bunch of new characters. So we'll look at that. First thing I'll just comment on is the focus Datacron situation. So for this account, I feel like the best thing is to do probably 2 focus Datacrons per set. So the Afro one has surprisingly been more valuable than the Boba Fett Sign of Django, because Boba Fett Sign of Django, this one, unless I just give it to a random team for the stats, it hasn't been used as much in 5v5. 3v3, I typically find a way to use it, but Afra is good on defense, even if I can't use her on offense. And my overall Datacron inventory for the set for standard Datacrons did shrink last time. I have about 22 level 9s, where typically I have probably 24, 25, so a little bit less there. In this new set, I rushed, and these are both much better than the first set of focus Datacrons. I rushed to get Hoda first, more Jedi Knight Luke Datacron. It's just insane what you can do with this on a Jedi Master Luke team. And then Darkside Rey for the Supreme Dark Kylo team. So both just jacking up super strong teams already. Well, JML, not super strong already necessarily. Sometimes he's even flirting with the bench in a GAC match in 5v5 or 3v3 sometimes. So that's a really big boost. And I just started the first week of this season. So the first match that I will fight with these Datacrons will be shortly after recording this, a few hours, probably day before you're watching this. And I don't have too many of the new sets. Usually I have a lot more of this going in. So I'm going to have to rely a lot on the old set and then just a few on my new set. As I keep farming in the second week of Conquest. But that's how it is, you know, with these focus Datacrons. If you're free to play, you can't afford absolutely everything in the world. And let me just compare to the inventory of one of these high-end players, like the top of Kyber one, Baby Yoda. Let's look at him. He's number 1. Datacrons. I think this is a max inventory. If it's not, it's like 1 short or something. Or I think it's all 30. All 4 maxed out. Focus Datacrons. All 5 maxed out. Or no, yeah, 5, but duplicates of this, which is not fair. You're just getting tons of armor pen, critical. That's not fair that they get 2 of those. So have fun at the very top facing these people if you do that. And then huge inventory. So I'm not like that. This is a 16 million player. 13.5 million seems unthinkably huge for a lot of players already, but there is a difference. So what have I been working on lately? So to see what I've done in the past few months, we're going to go to recent bumps. So the first thing, I have a few different categories, and again, 2.5, 3 months, a lot of things have happened. There's new stuff, and these are like characters I just finished farming. And since the raid is coming, I bumped them all up to Relic 7. Jocasta, I have not given her any Omicrons yet, because I want to wait to see, because I'm not going to have Jedi Master Mace right away, and I'll be able to determine which ones are absolutely necessary or not. I have all the Bad Batch except for Crosshair, who's the final one. These extra drops they had for Wrecker really helped me out, but I already had Hunter, Omega, and Batcher at that point. Mercs and Inks. So I started with Merrick here. I got him to R8 just to help out the Balin Skull squad, and then that also got me a lot closer to doing the Relic 8 special mission in TB. So I brought up 8th brother, 7th sister, kind of left 5th brother behind, and I'll just use Merrick there in that place because I didn't want to bring up, you know, Merrick's kind of a switch hitter. I can use him with the Inquisitors for PvE. And then I just recently brought Shin to Relic 8, so kind of rounds out that core Balin Skull team. I would not really honestly consider these 2 for Relic 9, but since they're attackers, Relic 8 you get a lot out of. Kind of random upgrades I've done. Sith Trooper and Jedi Knight Luke I know they're pretty decent characters. I wouldn't have chosen to take them to R9 of my own accord, but these were TB assignments. I know, fantastic for TB platoon assignments. So like, or op assignments. And, you know, yeah, I don't feel like I am sacrificing too much, but there was a list of things, and I jumped on Giant Knight Luke as a required R9, and then Sith Trooper 2. Sith Trooper mainly because, I mean, he's got a ship, and he's just a good character, so I was not sacrificing too much with that. Nest, I only got to Relic. I should have done it earlier, but I took her to Relic 7 for the final week of 5v5 with her Datacron, but that was barely any benefit. She just gets more health. I don't have her modded amazing. But she was R5, and it's just things that are R5 on my account start to feel a little bit lacking, a little bit weak at this point with it so filled out. And then Mace, I've talked about it like in various grand arenas and stuff. I actually didn't intend to, I didn't bring him up to Relic 9 just for the raid. Like, that wasn't my main consideration. It was just, since he's a tank, but he still kind of acts like an attacker, I saw a player that had him Relic 9 on defense, and just the stats were so nice. Like, he has so much extra protection and health. So he like deals some decent damage. He's got good utilities, so he didn't seem like a paperweight tank, like, I don't know, Fives or Sith Empire Trooper kind of seemed like sometimes. He's just a very dynamic character, so I just wanted to give him the respect and give him the Relic 9. I know I don't have Omicron, but, you know, Omicrons are tough to come by. So yeah, he's been amazing, and he really helps me auto the final days of the Naboo raid for that Relic 9 tier. I have a full team with Queen Amidala now. It was kind of madness. Let me get that for a second. Kind of madness to try and do Queen Amidala, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon for a year. I tried them at first, and then I ended up bringing R2 up, and that made it a lot more doable. But now with Mace, I haven't upgraded these tabs in a while, and I will talk about the new raid for this account, but I haven't updated this in a while. But yeah, I had 5 R9s that fit for the raid, and that was my only R9 team. And I don't regret any of those characters at R9, so they're all fantastic. The next category I have here is Spectres. So after I got Ahsoka unlocked, and she got to Relic 9 pretty much right away as a Galactic Legend tag, it's probably the easiest call I can make on an endgame account. But I also got Ezra Relic 9. He's just crazy. But you get a lot more survivability, but perhaps more valuable, increased dodge chance. So we get at R9, he's up to 26.5% just evasion chance overall, and that stacks since it is his mastery. So on either Rey or Ahsoka, that guy is really hard to hit. And then Huyang of Sabine got them to Relic 8. So that with bringing in Ahsoka Fulcrum as the 5th instead of Hera, I can run up to R8 planets in ROTB, and she's fantastic. Just such a good auto team, like really, really strong. With Ezra and Ahsoka, you know, that's 3 out of 5 at Relic 9, but I'm not really pushing for those Relic 9 planets right now. And Sabine, I just love her damage, so that wasn't too hard of a call. And now a couple of Datacron related. So I don't do too many relicing ups for Datacrons, but I got Boba Fett, Sign of Jango from Relic 5 to Relic 7. I also gave him his Zeta for that focus Datacron. He didn't have it before. And he has all these Omicrons that will never get applied. I modded him somewhat well, you know, good speed, some crit damage. So he has been useful. And then Gar and ISC, I actually had them Relic 3 until recently. I got ISC to Relic 7 because I'm going to target his Datacron. And then Gar, Relic 5. Maybe I could get to 7, but I had to put the brakes on a little bit. I do have a lot of signal data built up and Relic materials, but I put the brakes on for all these other upgrades because I'm trying to focus on the raid right now. And just before I talk about the raid stuff, a real quick look at my Datacron or Relic inventory right now. I haven't converted in a while because I got up to like 2,000 of both Bronzium and Carbonite circuit boards, and then I kind of just hit the brakes a little bit. I feel like I will hit a wall with Bronzium before Carbonites because I haven't been farming the Chirotech And I know this might be rubbing it in a few people's face, but I'll look at my Kyrotech inventory in a second. Chromium's never too worried about it. You know, just get a couple of these. And you're going to be good here and there. So I buy those when they pop up. Erodium 670. I am not going to be hurting for more of those anytime soon. Now Electriums. These are ones that are actually starting to get drained because I'm doing a lot of high relics and you just need a large volume of them. Zimbittles, not hurting. Impulse, not hurting. Gerda, keypads, enough for 2. And I don't even know if I have enough droid brains for 2. So let's find a relic 8. So I have, show it. I have 31 droid brains. You know, Relic 9 team for the raid. I'm really going to withhold that decision for a long time. If there's an undersized team, that'll be the first priority, but I'm kind of holding on to Relic 9 mats. For now, the Datacron, or the Kyrotech inventory, I haven't been farming this just because I don't need more Kyrotech, but at this point, I'd farm this node just for this, and that's going to be more, but I'm not quite being pressed for that just yet. And my current farming projects, as in farming their nodes or shards, all things new, all new characters I'm pretty much forced to farm right now, and all these characters are going to play into the raid, and also they're just good otherwise. Apo, thanks to Nightfall, the era battle, he got really close to 7 stars before I even started farming. Or like, it was like 30 out of 100, and now he's on the easy node, so it's just going pretty quickly. I'm doing 2 refreshes of the node, so 15 total hits, and it'll be there before you know it. And 3v3, you can do some cheese with just Lord Vader and Apo, so I'm looking forward to that. CX2, 47 out of 85 is not farmable yet, unfortunately, but that's pretty far to come without farming yet. So for all these new characters, and it's kind of drained my crystal inventory, I've been getting all of them to at least 4-star, so I can get the follow-up marquee battles for them. So Deepa Balaba, I got to 4 stars, and I'll be hitting this every day, and then it'll get me close to 5 stars. And I got Temple Guard to 5 stars, but I don't think I'll need to rush Deepa to 5 stars, because now I can do tier 2 of the new era battle and get lots of shards. So he's already at 34 out of 85. After his marquee event, I bought a couple more of those farming packs to get him to 5 stars, and now since then he's got the 34. So that is one of my big crystal drains right now, just because new marquees are so important for this new raid. It's so important that I just need to push that whenever I can. And you know, some of them are still 4 stars, like Disguised Clone Trooper still lagging behind at 4, and Scourge, because they had fewer time in the era battle pool. But still closer than I would be to getting them done. Now with the new raid, I am not like, I complain about it. I think they set it up poorly, and but that opinion is based on how it's going to be for the masses. Like me right now on my account, I don't care too much. It's not going to hurt me too much. I'm not like, oh, woe is me personally. I'm just more annoyed for the whole player base, because how many people have this much already and can just afford to only farm new characters? It's just like, raids are such a core part of the game, and to just isolate so many people from it is kind of just like a real huge bummer. Like, it just sucks. And I think a lot of people out there just have no sense, no attachment beyond their own enormous accounts. Like, they can't think about other people. Like, I've heard certain people complain or mock all the concern about the new raid, because you'll be fine. Yeah, all you need is this and this, and yeah, you're fine. Yes, for all these guilds that are like over 600, 700 million, yes, they're fine. But what about the vast majority of the 300,000 to 400,000 player base? It's not good. It doesn't feel good. It feels like you can't actually participate. Like, vast majority of the player base can't participate in one of the major areas of the game. That being said, there are some teams that those people can make, and we'll see. I don't know what's going to work. I mean, for Keller and Beck, the theory, you never know until the raid actually starts. So for Naboo, the theory was, oh, Keller and Beck team will be the third best team. You got Queen Amidala first, Gungans, then it'll be Keller and Beck. Keller and Beck kind of sucked. It was really Luminara juiced up by the hero abilities. And yes, we have the hero abilities out. Keller and Beck's I'm not super impressed with. I don't know what a good team's going to be. So it's going to be a wait and see on that. But I do have, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got enough to do a Relic 7 team. I'll be trying that. So I'll be running Keller and Beck lead with Jocasta Shock, probably Plo Koon, and I guess Luminara. I don't know. But I do have a Relic 7 team there. I should have Relic 7 Bad Batch by that time. Where's Cross? Oh, yeah, he's at 26 out of 100. He's behind even Apo, because I really started hit the pedal to the floor on the new character shards, starting with Apo, so even Crosshair's behind, even though we got all these extra drops, so he is lagging behind. Maybe I'll be fine with just the 4, I don't know, but I'm still planning on getting him up and running for the raid, and everyone else. Thankfully, Grand Moff Tarkin is Relic 7 already. I don't think I'll probably do an R9 team for that, even though the new clones are great. I'll probably do R8 at most, and then I'll have to just bite the bullet and Relic 8 Grand Moff, but I'm not rushing to do that. But yeah, I'm excited to get these new 4. You don't need to add any extra incentive to do that. I was already going to do that. I mean, these dark side clones, they really do have a huge value proposition. So one, they're going to go with one of the new best GLs, Lord Vader. Right away, they have a team that established players already have the leader of. And then two, they're going into a new legendary Jedi Master Jedi Master Mace Windu. Right there, Jedi Master Mace Windu. And I do like the decision to make him a character. I think he's an awesome character in Star Wars. Samuel Jackson is a boss. And we already have a Mace Windu, yes, and he's good. But he's not the dominant force that I'd like to see. I'd also like to see a dominant Yoda, honestly. I like Yoda. Is one of the most powerful Jedi ever to live, and I think he's just not as good in this game as he should be. If you ask people that don't play the game who they think would be the best, they'd probably say Darth Sidious and Yoda, and that's just not the case. Not even close. Yeah, so I mean, kind of steep with 6 new characters at Relics. I mean, we'll see how good he is. That is a big contrast to a lot of the recent legendaries. Jar Jar only required 4. Balin Skull 5. I mean, it's not as cheap as 4, but it's just 5. Mace Windu. At least they're all Relic 5 instead of Relic 7, so that's kind of nice. We'll probably the clones. I'll get to Relic 7 automatically and then consider Relic 8. I don't know about these other 2. I mean, I'll probably do Relic 7, but who knows. Relic 7 is not the biggest roadblock on an account like this. However, I am getting lower on the signal data. I had a massive horde, and just with all these new Bad Batch, it started to come down a bit, but I still have close to 300 with the first 2. The flawed signal data is really what I need to focus on. And my crystals, 9,600 doesn't seem like a small amount, but I was over 20,000 just recently. But between Conquest hitting me for, I do the 50s and 100s to try and at least have a semblance of keeping up. And then these new characters buying their stupid gamble packs. It's really kind of drained my inventory. Yeah, like I had to buy this one 3 times. For Temple Guard is nice. There was something, I think it was Temple Guard. They had something that gave us 1 shard, and otherwise you buy 2 if you get the 7 both times. After just the marquee event, you're going to be 29 out of 30. So kind of a bummer. But it was nice they gave us 1 shard of Temple Guard. Yeah, I think that's mostly it on the account. It's mainly just watching for new things. I am looking forward to playing the raid on this account. I weep for the vast majority of guilds and players. My small account, too, I'm not like in a big hurry. Like, we didn't like crush Naboo anyway. But yeah. So I think that's it for now. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this state of my account. I'll try to get to the next one more sooner than I did this one. Not wait 2.5 months, but it is what it is. All right. Thanks. See ya.